So are you looking to scale your law firm, but you're not even sure where to begin? Maybe you're not even sure where to start when it comes to strategically planning for your marketing and growth of your firm. If that's you, stay tuned because in this video, we're going to dig in all about it. Hi everyone, I'm Carrie. I'm a fractional CMO and marketing consultant for law firms. I work with law firms to help them bring in more qualified leads into their firm that will lead them to bringing in more ideal clients and scaling their revenue in a sustainable way so they can work less hours in their firm but make a significant income. By the end of this video, you're going to learn the 3 things that I do to strategically plan marketing and growth for all of my law firm clients to help them see growth and ROI ASAP. If you're a law firm that is looking to bring in more appointments and scale your revenue while working less hours during your week, we have a brand new free checklist just for you. It's called the Flourishing Firm Checklist. And in this guide, I walk you through the exact items that you need to review and add into your marketing and growth plan to help you bring in more leads, increase your lifetime customer value, and help you to re-engage with potential clients who may have disappeared on you. Check the link in the description below to access it today for free. All right, number 1. The number 1 thing that you want to do when you're starting a strategic marketing and growth plan for your firm is you want to start by reviewing the last 90 days to 120 days. So when I start with a client, we look at the past results, what they have accomplished revenue-wise, what was working well, what were their best months, what was working well, what wasn't working great. I get a lot of data from them. And so we take data from the last 90 days to 120 days. And what we do first is we take that information and we choose a overall KPI or goal, okay? And that overall KPI or goal is something that they would want to hit in the next 90 days. So I ask them to choose like a big picture, like big overarching KPI. KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator, if you weren't aware, or sometimes we call it a big picture goal. And I ask them to do that because we want to have kind of a bigger overarching goal that we want to hit. That's kind of our target, if you will, for the next 90 days. We always want to make sure when I'm working with the firm, we want to make that goal based off of our past performance. We're not just picking a goal out of the air. It's something that we can, reasonably forecast and predict based on past performance and past, execution and behaviors in their business. So we always choose a big KPI and goal. Normally, what we will do is we will choose a few of them. We may do things like choosing a revenue goal. We might choose a goal for number of leads we want to bring in, the number of calls that are booked. We might even look at the number of conversions that they will have in their business as well. So they're all marketing and growth related goals. And typically we will pick those 3 to 4 types and set them for that 90 days. And so I encourage you to look at your business and do the same thing for yours. Start looking backwards, see what went well, look at your lead generation numbers, look at your revenue numbers, and then choose a goal that you would like to achieve in the next 90 days. So for example, in this area with one of our clients, what we did when we first started working with them is we were able to choose a revenue goal. And we also were able to choose some lead generation goals and things of that nature. And when we did that based on data and past performance, that really helped the client to see what was reasonable. And because we were tracking the information, we were able to help her not only hit that goal, but she was able to massively achieve that goal. Even above and beyond, which was so exciting. And we did that. And if she was able to do that because of the strategies that we put in place, but also because we were actually following past behaviors and picked a goal that was really attainable. After you've done number 1, the next step is number 2, to then make a list of your top 3 to 4 best opportunities for growth. So we take it a step further in a little bit more detail, and we look for the best opportunities for growth to help a client, to help you meet that overarching KPI. So we start at the top, we pick that big picture goal, and then the next step we're going to do is take a look at the best opportunities. So this is where sometimes people can fall apart. They pick a goal and then that's all they do. They just pick a goal and then they move on. But what we do is we take it a step further. So we look at all the things that have been working well, what hasn't been working well, and we're going to look at the areas in all different parts of the customer journey in somebody's firm and see what are the absolute best opportunities for their growth that we could achieve reasonably in the next 90 days. What's really important is when you're doing a 90-day strategic growth and marketing plan, you don't want to pick more than 3 to 4 opportunities. Why? Because if you do have too many things on your strategic plan, what ends up happening is you don't actually typically accomplish them. And what ends up happening is you just sort of get halfway or you start spinning your wheels and you don't actually see any results. And then you feel like you failed and you feel like you're defeated. And you definitely don't want that. We want to be able to look back at the 90 days and see that we were able to accomplish some things. Or if we didn't accomplish them, we can reasonably see why. Okay. We don't want to overload ourselves and our staff and teams and our contractors and vendors with too many things to do, because then people won't be able to accomplish them. So look at the top best opportunities for growth. How do you do that? So what I typically am looking at are areas of opportunity that haven't been filled, that are going to give my clients, give the firm clients the best, quickest results on the return on the investment. Okay, for example, we had a client when we started doing their 90-day strategic growth and marketing plan. What we did was we found that they did not have some important aspects that needed to show up on their site to help them move a potential client to engagement or connect with them once they hit their website. So for example, they didn't have a chat bubble or a text message bubble on their site, then they didn't have a pop-up or a way to engage and bring somebody into their email list. And then they also didn't have a follow-up sequence. They were relying on staff or a team member to follow up with them. And instead of instituting a simple automated, kind of AI, like kind of based connection point, so like keyword DM responses, and they didn't have a follow-up email. So when someone like opted in or they reached out to them, they didn't have automated follow-ups. And that is just a big opportunity that's missed. People tend to get to somebody's site, and then the only thing that's there on a firm site is often a free consultation call, click here button, which is great, but you're missing an opportunity to bring people in when they're still in the awareness stage, when they're still trying to decide if your firm is right for them, if your services that you offer through your firm is right for them. And so you having a text message bubble that has some automated responses as follow-up, if you have a thing that they can opt into to get a free checklist or a free training or what have you, that gives them the opportunity to engage with you, and then you follow up with them automatically, that builds the know, like, and trust factor in a big way and really allows people to feel more comfortable with moving from awareness to then actually engaging with you and being willing to get on a call with you. All right, I want to take a moment and stop right here and ask you a question. What is the growth or marketing big picture KPI or goal that you want to set in your firm for the next 90 days? Drop that in the comments below and let me know. I would love to hear about it. Okay, number 3, once you've set your big picture goal and you've found the 3 to 4 growth opportunities that can help you meet that goal, the last piece of the puzzle is you need to then create strategic initiatives and milestones to meet your growth opportunities and your KPIs. So what does that mean? So you actually need to take it a step further. You don't want to just have goals and KPIs, and you don't want to just have the 3 growth opportunities. The last piece of the puzzle is to set a strategic initiative and plan in place to actually meet those goals and what are the actual tactical, practical pieces that you need to do in order to help you get there. So this is just another way to say we need to do a little bit of project planning here. So we need to decide what are the exact specific things that we have to do to meet each one of those growth opportunities, and how can we break that down into smaller pieces and give them dates and milestones, and then delegate them out to the right team members. So this is going to take a little bit of planning, a little bit of project management, but all you need to do is think over the next 3 months, what are the little pieces of each of these goals that we need to do? So we got to break it down step by step. How we do it with clients. So for example, with a client I just did this with last week when we were working on their 90-day plan, is once we had chosen their top 3, I sat with them and we picked, the 3 strategic initiatives that we needed to do. What do we need to do in order to meet these goals? How do we do that? So we wrote it down. And then what I do is I go for each month. So July, August, and September. So if I'm in quarter 3, I look at July and I go, okay, what are the specific tasks that I need to do to help me meet goal number 1? Specific tasks in August help me meet goal number 2. Specific tasks in September to help me meet that 3rd goal. And then I put due dates, I put milestone dates on them. And then I delegate it out to the team members that would be responsible to help me meet those different tasks. Just very simple project management. And then what I did with that client is I went to their project planning software. They were using ClickUp, and we started to build out the project plan in there and delegate accordingly. And then my job as a fractional CMO with that client is to oversee that plan from start to finish and make sure that number 1, we're tracking data, we're tracking the goals, we're tracking all of the revenue on a weekly basis, but I'm also overseeing the team members in that business and making sure that they have what they need to meet their deadlines on time. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. It means so much. I'm so glad you were here, and hopefully you were able to take away some really great first steps in how to begin strategically planning for your growth and marketing in your firm today. So just some reminders, make sure to like and subscribe this channel. We share all sorts of tips and strategic support on how to scale your firm in a really sustainable way. I also want to invite you, if you are looking for some quick support to help you now, we have a new free checklist called the Flourishing Firm Checklist, which will help you figure out what you have and what you need to have, maybe what you're missing to help you improve your lead generation, get more leads and convert them into clients, and help you to re-engage with past clientele, potential clients that maybe just disappeared on you. So make sure you check the description box now in this video to get access to that free checklist today. And if you're someone who is in a firm and you're really interested in the potential of us helping you to support your firm as you are looking to scale in the next 6 to 12 months, if that's you, you're ready to scale, please know that you can schedule a free growth strategy session with me where we can take a look and see what your best opportunities are and how we can help you get there ASAP. The link to just go ahead and schedule that free call will also be in the description below. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.